welcome to the Animal Kingdom. Today we're continuing our walking tour of the park itself. So far we've already explored Discovery Island and the Oasis and Pandora, and now we're going to continue our journey in Africa, which starts here at the Giant Africa doors near Creature Comforts, the Starbucks. Just as you head over the bridge from Africa, you'll see that there's a sign heading towards Festival of the Lion King, which we'll go to in just a moment. But then there's also the check-in for Tusker House, which is a dining, like a sit-down dining character breakfast that is hosted by Donald. There's both character dining for both breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, just under the cover next to Tusker House check-in is considered a Fast Pass kiosk. It's just cast members with an iPad, but it is a Fast Pass kiosk. So this is the second one we've seen. First one was by Island Mercantile on Discovery Island, and then here next to Tusker House. Now we took that left, and right over here is the entrance to Festival of the Lion King, which is my absolute favorite show on property. I could see it all day long and still love it. Like when they do Can You Feel the Love Tonight, I still get emotional because it's that good. It usually happens every hour on the hour. You can either snag a fast pass, or as long as you're in line about 15-20 minutes prior to the showtime you want to see, you're more than likely going to see it. So highly recommend seeing it. It's about a 20-minute show. What is your favorite part of Festival of the Lion King?
Be prepared.
Be prepared. I think my favorite is the Tumble Monkeys.
They're pretty good.
So good. We have made our way to like the hub central location for Africa, which is called Harambe. Right across the way is the second restroom in Africa, as well as right next to Tusker House there is the Dawa Bar. We've got a little Mombasa marketplace with a bunch of like Lion King merchandise and safari merchandise. And one of the cool things here is there's a lot of like walk-up counters with foods. So not only is there Tusker House, a sit-down location, but there's a bunch of little like cultural eats and things like that. So they've got one right here. There's just like a little bakery that like
This one's just sandwiches.
well, yeah, it says bakery, but it's sandwiches.
But it's got some really fancy sandwiches, like tomato mozzarella sandwiches and oven roasted turkey sort of stuff.
Yeah. And one thing that we both really love about this area is just like the theming and how you really feel like you've become a part of, you know, this village. Like you can go into a shop, you can go get food, you know. There's so many different things, as well as the streetmosphere here is my absolute favorite. They have drummers, musicians, acrobats. Everything's really cool.
A soccer team.
Oh yeah,
Do we not have them anymore?
I don't think so.
They were called the Harambe Meerkats, and they did a bunch of like acrobatic soccer trick type stuff.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
So honestly, if I had to pick a favorite land here, Africa / Harambe may actually be my favorite. What's yours?
Dinoland.
Oh, okay. But are you saying for theming purposes?
Yep.
And story purposes?
Yep.
Okay, I get that. And we'll go into that a little bit later. But like, I like that like everything is like worn down and it just really feels like, I don't know, immersive and like aged, and like there's history here. So like, I just love it here. But yeah, this is the main little like centralized hub. The bridge that we came over is just from over there. Tusker House, Festival of the Lion King, all things we've already passed. But if we keep going this way, this is where Safari will be. So we were literally just standing over there, and now we're here because underneath the big baobab tree is the entrance to Kilimanjaro Safari, as well as the check-in location for Wild Africa Trek. I will link that video from when we did our Wild Africa Trek, what, 2 years ago? Almost 2 years ago? Which was totally amazing. But just outside of the safari is Curiosity Animal Tours, and this is where you can learn more about the different tours and see if there's any eligibility or like spots available for you to enjoy one of the tours that they have here at Animal Kingdom, like Caribou for Giants or the White Rhino Tour, or if they have any call outs or like last minute Wild Africa Treks. Standardly, Wild Africa Trek does need to be booked in advance, so do not bank on there being availability. But the other ones you can still book the same day. Let's take a quick minute and talk about Kilimanjaro Safari. So that is one of the, well, it really is the main ride in Africa, but it's because it takes up so much space. It is so big. It can range anywhere from 20 to however long the animals want you to take on the safari. I think the longest we've ever been was like 45 minutes, maybe?
The safaris by area is the same size as the entire rest of the park. So it's a
Absolutely.
pretty good drive.
What
Worth your
has
time.
been your favorite animal thing we've seen while out on the safari?
I feel like the painted dogs were a big deal for a while, and I really haven't seen them since, like, I don't know, a few months at least, maybe before then, and they were always out and about, and now I never see them. But they're the best. They even have a plush animal.
Oh, they do. That's true. I think my favorite was when we were with Jared and Becca and we went on the safari and the ostrich like pecked at our driver.
Yeah, that was good.
And that was just funny because like the driver like screamed and she's like, I'm so sorry, that was really loud. But that was really funny. I've also like really enjoyed going on it like when it's like raining because the animals like love the rain and they get like really active.
Yeah.
But I think one of the coolest ones was also that time that like we came around the corner and it was the lions and there was a lioness, I think, at the very top of the rock. Like you had to be really looking for it and like turn in your head to try to find it. But like, cause there's usually always like, you can usually always spot like a hippo, a crocodile, but like sometimes it's rare to see the white rhinos or the elephants. So
Cheetahs.
oh yeah, the cheetahs sometimes like the drivers can pick them out of like the like grassy
You rarely
area.
see the warthogs because they burrow most of the day. Sometimes you see them, and there's like a scimitar horned oryx that you sometimes see.
Right.
It's like really pretty.
Yeah. The okapi you usually see. So there's like standard animals that like you're probably going to see, and then ones that like if you see it, like it just makes the safari 10 times better. But as they say on the safari, go and ride it more than once if you can, because no two safaris are the same, and that is very, very true. Would you recommend getting a fast pass for the safari?
I would.
I would say if it's earlier in the day, yes. Usually later in the day, it's kind of a walk-on.
Yeah.
Unless other rides have had downtime throughout the day.
I'd say if you can get a fast pass, get one.
Yeah, oh
If
absolutely.
you're saving your fast passes for like Everest or something, I get that too.
Absolutely. Cool. We just took the path on the right, so right over there is the baobab tree, so the entrance of safaris. And back over here, we'll go back in just a moment, is Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail and the exit of the safari. And then Rafiki's Planet Watch, which is currently still closed. They're supposed to be opening it hopefully on July 11th, so coming soon. So when it does reopen, we'll probably come back because it's been a long time since we've like been able to actually go over there, and it's a really cool spot actually. It's not just a petting zoo. It's where they do checkups on the animals and things like that. So that's really cool. But let's go check out the actual entrance for Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Back here where all these guests are coming out, that is the exit for Kilimanjaro Safaris. And as mentioned, next to the exit is Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. This is where you can see the gorillas. So like for example, you could see baby Grace, who's just born at like the beginning of May, as well as other great animals. I love the trails just because they are kind of tucked back. A lot of people don't go and look at them, and they're self-guided areas. So you can kind of take your own time. If an animal's too crowded, you can skip it, come back, all that jazz. As well as they do a pretty good job at making sure that it's covered and shaded so it doesn't get too hot back there.
There's also two halves of the gorilla enclosure. One is in the falls and one is in the exit of the safaris. So as soon as you exit the safaris, you walk past the little broken down Jeep, you can see half of it. Sometimes you'll see them there. If not, come over on this side.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that was gorillas as well. I thought it was just like there's a Jeep and...
No, that's...
Okay, let's go look at it.
If you ever ridden the safari ride, they'll talk about the warden a lot. This is the warden's post right here. Fun fact, here is a Jeep where they have confiscated a bunch of stuff that poachers have taken from the reservation.
So if you look inside of it, there'll be like an elephant tusk and things like that. So that's the Jeep he was mentioning.
This is the other half of Gorilla Falls.
Oh, cool.
This is where the falls are.
So, oh my god, is that a gorilla?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, hold up guys. Let me switch cameras so I can zoom. So this is the falls of the Gorilla Falls. And here's the gorilla!
That Gamafu? I don't know how to say it. It's a big male, and then there are a handful of others that are small. I think that's him.
That's like the perfect spot. He's like, oh, there's one up there.
Yeah, that's the one I found.
Oh my goodness. Guys.
And then right there, he's just there.
I'm acting as if I've never seen a gorilla before, but guys, this is so cool.
And then there's one more that's right down there.
Wow. Hi, bud. Okay, this is cool. Thanks for showing me, Corey. We have entered back into the main part of Harambe, just on the other side of the marketplace that we were at. Now we're here by Surrey Sweets, which can be kind of compared to the confectionery at Magic Kingdom because it has cookies and apples and all that stuff that they do at Main Street. They have it here as well. Now over here we have the Harambe Marketplace, which is a bunch of, again, walk-up kind of food items. I don't think we've ever actually eaten here because anytime we have tried to eat, it's been closed for seasonal purposes. Now, there's other things that I really love about this area, and it's just kind of like the hidden gems that they put into this land. Like, for example, this Mickey, which is like Instagram famous, but like the Mickey over here, as well as like there's some writing on the wall over there that I'll go point out. So this is the part of the wall I was mentioning. I just really like this. It does not matter who you are or where you are from. We're all children of the world. Yeah. As well as the like Harambe signs presenting Festival of Lion King. They have seen better days.
Well, they're also meant to be like they're wheat pasted up there so that they could crumble and fall down and sun bleach easily.
Correct, but I'm just hoping that they'll like replace them with like used new ones so that they can like start the process over again. But like I think that's really cool that they're advertising their own show. You can also find advertisements for the Tusker House restaurant, as well as like poaching alerts that are posted all over. Like there's one here, there's one on that wall. I've seen a few other ones, so that's pretty cool too. We've come actually into the Harambe Marketplace because we realized that they do actually serve food today. But looking at the menus, we've looked at those two so far and this one. This looks like the same exact menus as the other places. So there's some rib and chicken bowls and vegetable bowls. So that's mainly the menu. Now maybe when they are done getting whatever this refurbishment done is, the menus will change and be different. I'm not sure, but I honestly think this is the first time I've ever seen this area like open and being used.
I know that we've walked past it while they were serving, but we never come in.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like, it used to be like seasonal, like you'd never see it open. So.
Right, absolutely. Which I've always wondered where that was, and there it is. It's the You Are Most Beautiful. We were just talking, Corey and I were just talking about it off camera, but like, I was like, I know that because it's Instagram famous. But like, where is it? It's over there. We have exited the Harambe Market and come down to basically this like intersection, whereas if we head to the right, we'd head back towards Festival of Lion King, the Dawa Bar, Tusker House, and all of that, so making a complete circle. Or if we go to the left, we're gonna head over to Asia.